Did the Buffalo Bills impress you week 1 versus the Colts? Apparently, there was a little brouhaha in Buffalo today during practice. Who got the dub? Who got the L? Do you guys agree with these little in practice brawls? Let's tune into the Buffalo Fanatics. This is the Rico Report. We'll see you in just a second. Edition of the Rico Report brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. What's good, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Smash that like while you guys are in here. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe. You won't be sorry once the season starts because we just getting started. Y'all know who it is, your boy Rico. Let's get right into it. I don't know if I should jump into the week 1 preseason or should we jump into practice and how things go. Let's just go into practice, people. We talk about practice. Yes, we are. Well, apparently today's practice was a bit of an intense one. And I like these type of practices. The low-key, relaxed, run through. No. Cut that shit out. I told you guys, I'm of the mindset that I need my quarterback. And I'm starting with Josh Allen because, he's the good guy. Everybody loves Josh Allen. He's the thumbs up, everything's all right, go Bills type of guy, right? And I like that. I still want him to keep that edge. However, I do want that bit of an asshole. I want that bit of a dickhead Josh Allen. I know he's got it in him. And we got a little bit of it today. Not from Josh, but maybe they're taking a little bit of Josh and throwing it into practice. Today was an intense one, and I like it. Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. Why these – see, the real question is, why do these practices get chippy? Why do these brawls happen? Typically, you'll see a big brawl like this. I mean, I call it a brawl, but really it wasn't no brawl, right? A little skirmish, right? But these skirmishes happen for a couple reasons, right? Practices are getting long. Now you're getting testy. It's crunch time right now. And decisions are being made, have been made, will be made. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. So apparently, Saron Neal got into it with my man Stephon Diggs, and I like it, right? Because Saron Neal has been subject. He's been a subject of some criticism. More so in his coverage ability. Coverage ability, it's up and down, right? And I'll give you a prime example, right? Perfect. He was in great position against, I believe it was Alec Pierce, the receiver for the Colts. And Anthony Richardson put it right on the money. And it would have been a touchdown if not for the drop. Who was in coverage? Saron Neal, right? Now, he was in good coverage. It was just a drop. But I'm going to tell you this, man. Saron Neal got into it with Stephon Diggs, baby. And Stephon Diggs wasn't having it. And Stephon Diggs was chirping and getting at him. And I guess Saron Neal made a good play. So he's letting him have it. So it's more of a like, I know I can play this game. And man, get your ass off the field. And Stephon Diggs probably turned around and said, whoa, hold on, big fella. Wasn't it you that got cooked the other day? It might get like that. He probably gets chippy that way. And that's why, tempers flare. So, everything was all good afterwards because guess what? The alpha on the team, the leader on the team was like, you know what? Whatever happens in between these lines, that's what happens in between these lines. After practice, they were seen dapping it up. You know what I'm saying? We good, we chill, we good. Let's get it on. You feel? Let's get going. But let me tell you this, man. You need these type of competitive practices, especially because we're crunch time. We're not facing, the LA Rams week 1. We're facing a rival. We're facing an in-division team, the Jets. So you got to be sharp. And like my lady Kim Bett says, iron sharpens iron. That's how it's supposed to work, right? But it didn't stop there, folks. It didn't stop there. Apparently, Spencer Brown got into it with none other than our middle linebacker for now, Tyrell Dotson. And I guess they got into it. You know what I'm saying? They got the throwing hands. I don't know what was going on, but they got into it to the point where the whole team jumped in and was like kind of spreading them all out. You'd think I was there, but I'm reading up on the stuff and I'm only imagining what it would look like. I can already tell. First of all, Spencer Brown is 6 foot freaking 8. You know what I'm saying? Tyrell Dotson, what is he, like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". So like him, looking up, I don't know what kind of skirmish you're trying to get into that with that 6'8" man, but it quickly got, put to bed. Now, here's the funny thing. Uh, allegedly, helmets were thrown, right? Apparently, somebody tried to channel their inner Myles Garrett and tried to, swing on Mason Rudolph. I don't know what was going on, but I will tell you this: it never happened. It never happened. Tyrell Dodson put it to bed. He says, "Fam, you mean swinging a helmet is when I'm throwing somebody's helmet back to them? Like I can't see somebody on the same team, you know what I'm saying, throwing a helmet and swinging helmets. You feel me? Now, if you're on the Jets and your name is Geno Smith and your name is IK, whatever his last name was, I can understand because the fist are thrown. But at the end of the day, folks, let's calm down. It was just a little inter skirmish between the team, and it's done and it's squashed. Everybody moves on. But I'm all for these type of, intermingling, skirmishes because it just, you're coming to a point where like, okay, it's you against me and you can't keep making me look bad or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that stands out to me is when you're going up against star players, you want to try to make that star player look bad, not great, because now it gives yourself confidence. And star players don't like looking bad, especially against a person that they might seem not on their level. So that's where these little skirmishes happen. And I like it. It brings you intensity. It brings the competition much higher. And there's a lot at stake right now. Because right now, these folks are looking at Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't do shit. They're looking at Buffalo like Buffalo didn't win the division 3 years straight. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at Buffalo like Buffalo's like the Cardinals or something. I don't know what's going on. It's a little strange. But they're also looking at the Jets like they're the second coming. They're looking at the Miami Dolphins like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be leading the division, and the Bills are just existing. In what world? In what world are we just existing? Well, that it might work for some folks. It might not give a damn. Some folks might not give a damn. But some people need that type of, I guess, motivation. You know what I'm saying? So, and the fact that we're facing the Jets week 1, nothing would make me happier if we come out with a win. And I would love to get a win. I don't like the notion and the thought of starting 0-1. It's gross. It makes me want to throw up. But it is what it is. So practice was a bit of something. I got a little bone to pick though. I got to keep it a buck here. Hold on a second. I got a super chat from my guy Dan Brown. What up, Dan? Dan says, "Yo, Rico, just wanted to say thanks. Say again, I appreciate you hitting me up with the Maui Fires. Much love. Also, hit me up with that address. I'll send that good coffee. Listen, I'm not a coffee drinker, man, and I gotta keep it a buck. I'm gonna tell you something. So before everybody, you guys know I work nights, so I get up, and before I went to bed, I told wifey, look, yo, if you have a chance to go to the coffee shop, Timmy's, yo, grab me a coffee, and then I'll just warm it up before I go to work. Anyway, so I get woken up. Nothing gets worse. I don't know about you guys. I gotta go on a little rant. I don't know if you have your spouse or whoever, they're chatty, just chatty people, chatty in the morning, chatty before bed, chatty. I'm not a chatty person, although I do these podcasts and stuff. But I'm like, if I'm waking up, I'm just kind of I'm getting my ass together. Here comes wifey. Hey, I made you a coffee, and I don't know if it's gonna be of your liking. Taste it. Girl, I just woke up. You want me to taste coffee right off the bat? Chill out. You feel me? I don't know. Do you guys have any spouses that are like that? Just chatty. Like, let me wake up first before we get into a conversation. But anyway, I appreciate you. I'm gonna send you the address because I'd like to try the Kona. But I'm a double guy. I'm a double guy. And some people are like, oof, that's too sweet. I'm a double with a shot of caramel. That's how I get my day going. I may not finish the whole coffee, but nonetheless, it tastes good. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely hit you up, my man Dan Brown. And listen, man, and I gotta stay on this topic, man. The fires in Hawaii right now in Maui are devastating, bro. And I know about it firsthand because in Nova Scotia, where I'm at, just a little over a month ago, there were forest fires like crazy, and we weren't sure if this thing was going to stop. It went through acres and acres of land, and it was craziness. So what's going on in Maui is absolutely crazy. It is crazy, and I'm hearing I mean, for those that are conspiracy theorists, I don't know, but I'm hearing way more things, and it's disturbing. But shout out to those that are out there. Shout out to those that say prayers out to y'all, man, because I really hope that you guys recover and things turn up. I know it's gonna take some time, but I hope things turn up. So shout out to my man Dan Brown. I hope you're good out there, bro. So let's get into it, folks. Let's get into it. All right. Somebody asked me the other day, was I able to watch the game? Um, was I able to watch the game the other day? And I told you guys, I was trying to negotiate with the wife to see if I could get in and watch the game. And the results were what I expected. I didn't get to watch the game. I didn't get to watch the game. I was trying to catch a couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple things on Twitter and stuff. And I was hoping that she would see me when we scrolling. And then she said, "Hey, babe, oh, I forgot. Did you want to go watch the game?" Nah, I didn't get any of that. She was like, "What you doing?" "Oh, just checking the thing." She was like, "Okay." Nothing else? Not a peep. So I didn't get to watch the game. But nonetheless, I didn't really miss much. I caught the game again. I watched the game again, and we will share our thoughts on and my reactions on the game. And I've got several thoughts on this game. But nonetheless, I like what we saw, and I'm gonna get right into it. I like what the team was able to show us on defense. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, this defensive front is a problem. This defensive front will be a problem. If this defensive front can stay healthy all year long, we are going to be this. This is probably the best D line that has been constructed and put together under the McDermott and Bean regime. And I think this is what they've been trying to build for the longest time. And they finally have found the nucleus. They found the right pieces to put together. And this is the result. Now, this is only week 1 of preseason. You're going up against, you know what I'm saying, third, second, you know what I'm saying, fourth string guys. But at the end of the day, what I was able to see with the first team was solid. Forcing a turnover. They couldn't get the run game going. Like, we were absolutely all over the Colts. Did you guys enjoy the game? That's one thing, right? By the way, we got 215 people tuned in from Facebook. Shout out to my Facebook peeps, and shout out to my YouTube peeps. Shout out to y'all. Smash that like while you guys are in here. And if you guys have not subscribed to the channel. Let's go. I came out really impressed with some players on this squad, and I came away disappointed with some players on this squad. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I gotta try to find the clip that I want to, because I need to. And I thought I saved it, and I'm disappointed that I didn't, because and I apologize, because I need to add this in this show segment, because I think it's necessary. I think it's very necessary, and I hope I did save it, and I'd be disappointed if I didn't. And yes, I did save it. This is wonderful. So give me a moment while I add this to our stream here today, because I need to. But this game, I felt was indicative of players showing who they are and showing what time on a team can do, what a great offseason can do for a player. Boogie Basham really stood out to me. I was really impressed with what Boogie Basham was able to show me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm torn. I was under the impression that, listen, man, Boogie might have to get traded. Not because he's not talented enough, but because we just have too many guys on the team. Too many numbers. The numbers are just too plentiful. But what he was able to show me in that short period of time lets me believe that, hold on now, we might have to keep him part of the rotation. But you already know what happens. What ends up happening is somebody's got to go. So give me a second here. I'm going to put you on pause for just a moment while I add this last clip here. And then I'm gonna get this thing started. Real moment. Give me a moment here while I get this thing, because I need to add this one clip in here. I purposely have to be quiet while I do this, by the way, because then it's going to start echoing, and I'm not in the mood to hear no echo in my damn ear. And I want to preserve your ears as well. So give me a second while I do this thing real quick. So you're going to probably see a double picture. You're looking at Don't mind what you see above. It looks like something that you think it's something, but it's really not what you think it is. Hopefully I got the right. Hopefully I got the right clip because I don't want to put you guys on hold for that long. But this guys, I thoroughly enjoyed what I was able to see from Boogie Basham. I think he was solid. I think he was explosive. I think he was dominant, and he was pushing the pocket. He was patient. I like what I saw. I want more of it. And I can't wait till week 2, and I'll be able to watch it. And we're gonna do a pregame. Pregame. Will we do pregame? Maybe not. We don't need to do pregame, but we'll definitely do a postgame show, and definitely get it going. Does he need a producer? No, we good now. I think I got what I needed. I needed the clip of Kyer Elam in coverage, but we'll talk about it in just a moment, right? So Boogie Basham stood out to me very much so. I'm impressed with Boogie Basham. On the offense side of the ball, our rookie Osiris Torrance. I'm not saying I was so impressed with Osiris, but he stood his ground. He stood his ground in the run game. I like what I saw from him just a little bit there. I definitely like what I saw from him in pass coverage. He's gonna get better. I'd like him to get extend your arms and get it out there and kind of anchor yourself. But he's a rook. He's gonna learn a lot. So I'm not disappointed in what I saw from Osiris Torrance. I'm looking forward to more. And the word out there is listen, if he started the first half altogether, sometimes it can mean something, sometimes it doesn't need to mean anything. And what I mean by that is they gave him the first half so they can see, okay, how can he deal? How is he going to show me what I need to see? And if he didn't show enough or he didn't impress enough, Ryan Bates, you're in. Because I already know what Ryan Bates can do. So a lot of times when you see these guys get the starts, it may not mean anything. I'm gonna go a step further. Dane Jackson gets an interception. Everybody could be like, yep, that's our number one. I'm not there yet. And this is a prop. I hope this is the right time to play this clip because I really think that it's not over just yet. So let me see if I can. I hope I got the right clip here, and I'm gonna be disappointed if I don't. But let's see if I got it. Hold on, let me see if it's this one here.
It's Cook again, trying to get to the
producer. If you're in here, I'm trying to get that Kyer in coverage. The Kyer in coverage, he had perfect coverage. But he had to pull. This is what's killing Kyer Elam. He's got all the damn physical tools. He's lengthy. He's got the speed. He can be physical, but he lacks trust in his ability. Trust your skill set, my guy. You don't need this. That extra pull for what? For what, man? Holy jumpers, man. And I'm telling you, and I bring Kyer Elam up because Dane Jackson right now has the hold over that position. But I'd like to see more of Dane Jackson. Now you're going up against a little stiffer competition. Deontay Johnson, you got George Pickens. Like, we're going up against a better preseason team, a better team in the Steelers. They're vying, you know what I'm saying, to have a winning record, not a record of 8-8 or whatever the record was. Did they have a winning record last year? I think it was 9-8, right? They didn't have a losing record, right? Well, the point is this: they didn't make the playoffs. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, what do you want? You want to be able to be competitive. You want to be able to stay with it. And we're going up against stiffer competition. And the stiff competition, I want to see what Dane can do. And I really want to see what Kyer can do. Like, you got to blatantly just be beat up. And like, you just can't hang with these guys for me to say, okay, you're done. I'm not quite out on Kyer Elam. I think he's still got the skill set enough to play with these boys. But golly, trust your abilities, man. When I played ball back in the day, right, and I made that switch over to DB, and a lot of times, like, I didn't want to get beat. No DB wants to get beat. I'm gonna keep it a buck. No DB wants to get beat, so they're trying to stay extra on top of their receiver. So a lot of that when I made my transition, I was already back. I was in my back pit. I was turning my hips already, and I was already like in position. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what you mean? It's like, yo, trust your speed, man. Let him try to break that cushion on you. You got enough speed that you can stay with him. So I had to like trust that. All right, I do got speed. I can do these. I can do. Man, this guy's got all the skill set. He's got all the skill set in the world to be a top corner. Fam, trust yourself, man. Enough of this holding business. Enough of that, man. You're gonna be known for that. You don't want to be known for that, bro. Because you're gonna be like, you're gonna be like Rock Yasin. You're gonna be all over the place because you just can't. So you holding too much, bro. And right now, that is keeping you from, gaining that number one position right next to Trey White. And Dane Jackson's all over it. And I'm not mad at Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson's always in the right place, right time. You want that. Case in point, the interception. Now, terrible idea, terrible decision to throw it, Anthony Richardson. You didn't need to. You just throw that shit away. Either throw it into the dirt or throw it away. You tried to squeeze that in there with that cannon of an arm, and you threw it right to Dane Jackson. So I'd like to see more of Dane Jackson. I really would. But on top of that, fam, I need Kyer to just trust yourself, bro. Trust yourself. Golly, man. And if you do, you are going to be a problem. You will definitely be a problem. I'm just give you the buck. Anyway, let's move on. Let's stay with this game though, and what impressed me, what took away, and let's start off. Let me structure this. Let's start off with the right way to do things, and let me just get into my bag here real quick, and then we'll get to it, and we're gonna talk about our spotlight heroes, and in this game, spotlight hero, I had a few. James Cook looked good. I like what James Cook was able to give me. He looked. Let me get on James Cook because I'm yet to see what I need to see from James Cook, but I'm starting to see some good things. And this game kind of gave me an idea of what to expect from James Cook. And he looked decisive. He looked explosive. And he's got this patience about him when he's running the football that I'm starting to admire about his game because he can take off like this. And I like that a lot. And if you look at this play here, I mean, it's a standard play from an RB, nothing crazy, where you kind of hit the line and then you feel the line crash in and you bounce outside and then take it to the house. I mean, it was an easy run to read, but nonetheless, I liked it. Check the play out. I mean, you guys have seen it before.
It's Cook again, trying to get to the outside at the 5, and Cook takes it in for a Buffalo touchdown.
Even better when a player plays with confidence. My man stuck his foot in the dirt, made his decision, and I'm gone. And he saw it. He processed that really quickly. Got the handoff, stuck it. He saw the linebackers crashing in because that's what it is. Man, you got to read that. You got to read that LB. You read that middle LB. That middle LB crashes in. Out you go, boy. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That middle LB kind of scrapes a little bit back inside, and he made his decision quick. Plant foot. Out he goes. Sideline. You're not touching. I really like that. Now there was a couple other touches that he had where they gave him touches in the red zone. They're giving him touches in the red zone. They're giving him touches inside the tackle. What? I like it, man. Now that 90-pound frame, it's really nice in the first 6 weeks of the season. It's when you start to get to week 10, week 11, week 12. You know what I'm saying? When the season's dragging on, and now we get to see what's really good, right? But luckily for the way the NFL is you know what I'm saying, is being run these days, there ain't no bell cow running back. There isn't a bell cow running back anymore. So now you can kind of preserve yourself for all 17, 18 weeks. So I'm kind of liking what I've seen from my man James Cook. Now I'm not fully all the way in, not all the way, but I see what you're doing, James Cook. I see what you're doing, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, man. So shout out to my man James Cook. I like what I saw from him. And let's keep it popping. Let's keep it going, man. My spotlight hero, other than James Cook, Tyrell Shavers, man. Tyrell Shavers, I won't just single out Tyrell Shavers, because Tyrell Shavers did his thing. Give me a second here, because I want to get this. I want to get the statistics in, so I can kind of give you an idea of what we were looking at here. So Tyrell Shavers did his thing. I like what I saw. We saw Desmond Patman do his thing already. He had 3 receptions off his 3 targets, and that's what I loved, right? The 3 targets, 3 receptions. Tyrell Shavers had 5 targets. And I think a show ago or 2 shows ago, I said, don't be surprised if you start hearing the name Tyrell Shavers. And look what we're seeing. Tyrell with 5 receptions. Now he started 5 targets, only made 2 receptions, but he cashed in on a touchdown. And then Marcel Aitman had 2 receptions off of 2 targets. I like what I'm seeing. Now here's a name, and I don't want to hype this up. I don't want to hype it up. And I'm not just looking at these statistics, but I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at what I see on the field and what it can present for our team. Now, before I get into it, I have to go back. I got to go back to last year, right? We brought in Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley ended the season with us. It was cool, but we brought him in mid-season. You know what I'm saying? Near the end, right? We had our guy Isaiah McKenzie, Jamison Crowder, like we a plethora of players trying to play in the slot. And I'll keep it a buck. We're trying to emulate what Cole Beasley was able to give us the last 2 to 3 years. Until, you know what I'm saying, the team was like, nah, we're going to part ways with you, and we're going to give these young guys a chance, an ability to, get that rack, get that yards after the catch, all that good stuff. To end up bringing back Cole Beasley because we couldn't duplicate it. Fast forward to the preseason game. Former 2nd round pick, Andy Isabella. Now, I'm not going to hype him up. I'm going to let Twitter do all that. But I'm gonna make an observation and tell you this guy is quick enough and fast enough that he could really try to push and make this team. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but he can. And the reps that he was able to get on the field, I can tell you right now, is going to make Josh Allen very, very comfortable. And if this guy can keep it up, Brandon Beane has hit another one. Brandon Beane has hit another one at the park, fighting someone that teams are not really kind of utilizing properly. Come on, he says, I'll find a place for you. I'll try to make things work. Now, I don't want to hype it up too much. But when you look at what he was able to do onto the field, he gave you a great indication as to, and that's what Cole Beasley was able to do. Short area quickness, in and out of your breaks, catch the ball, I'm gone. And he has good feel for where he's supposed to be. In a short time that he's been with the team, he's already made an impression on his coaching staff, and he's already made an impression on people watching. Sometimes you just got to trust your eyes, and your eyes are telling you, hold on now. I think I see something. So I need more. I want to see more of Andy Isabella. I can't believe I'm even saying it, but I'm just telling you what I see, and it looked good. It looked good. So let's keep it up. Spotlight hero. I got to give him up. I got to give it up. Let me give you another spotlight hero, which I was very impressed by. I like what I saw from Poona Ford. That short little bowling ball and of a man was pushing the pocket, was doing really well. I'm impressed with this freaking depth of this D line. I ain't go front, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's keep it up. And on the defensive front, last but not least, Dorian freaking Williams. Dorian Williams looked good. Once Dorian Williams was able to settle himself down and get into the elements of playing linebacker, of playing middle linebacker, bro, he was decisive. He was hitting the holes. He was bringing that. He was what we call bringing the thump behind his pads. He wasn't just playing patty cake with you. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just playing patty cake, man. He was here to thump your ass. Pause. He was here to get on you and move you out the way. In comparison to Tyrell Dodson. Now, Tyrell Dodson naturally is a thumper, but when you go back and look at the film and look at the game, somebody put his hands on his chest and moved him out the way. He was out of the play. I saw it on 2 occasions, 2 or 3 occasions where he just they got an angle on him and pushed out the way, out of the play. I don't know if I like that. Actually, I know I don't like that. So I need that. I need my linebacker coming in with some thump from the beginning. When that guard tries to pull up on you, bang, Move back. No. You ain't gonna. I need to disrupt what you're trying to do right now. I don't like it. You pulling up on me. Pull up. No, I don't want you pulling up on me, man. I need to set you back and then now reestablish myself and see what's going on. I like that. Pop. Let me see what's happening. Now, a lot of people want to say, oh, he's a little undersized. No. When you're a football player, it don't matter how undersized you are, bro. You can hit. Look at Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson can hit like he's a 6'4", 240 linebacker, man. Boy can hit. I'm telling you right now, man. This Dorian Williams cat, you let him keep doing what he does. He should get more opportunity. I'm not going to say that he's going to take away on Dotson because Terrell Bernard still has an opportunity. Now, let me just cap this up like this. Dorian Williams, he was able to give us a little something in that game. I want y'all to be able to pay attention to next game. The competition is going to be a little more stiffer, and I'll be interested to see how McDermott decides to shake up his depth, shake up the depth chart for going into this game. Will he get first team reps? Will he be alongside? I'm curious to see how this plays out. I want to see Kyer Elam get more touches. Now, let me stay with it. Let me stay with my banners because sometimes things want to make you say, doesn't it? All right. Were there any moments in this game where you're like, did you see that? Or where is this? Or what's going on with that? Did anything stand out to you that made you say, I'm going to tell you right now. We drafted a receiver late in rounds. And that receiver either didn't touch the field or they didn't give him any opportunity to make something happen on the offensive side of the ball. Do you guys know who I'm referring to? That's Justin Shorter. I'm seeing Marcel Aitman, Tyrell Shavers, Desmond Patton, Khalil Shakir was looking great. Where was Justin Shorter? What's going on with that? Now I'm gonna jump in on here. I'm gonna jump, and I can see where this could go, and I don't want it to go there. But fam, you're letting guys that like Marcel Aitman, and no disrespect to these guys whatsoever, but I should be seeing your name beyond these guys' names. Keyshawn Johnson, I shouldn't be seeing these guys' names. They should be behind yours. Now, unless I'm tripping and he was hurt and they didn't play him or he was deactivated, which I highly doubt. But no. This is not good. And I'm not overreacting here. I'm not overreacting. Kincaid wasn't involved, but you can understand why Kincaid wasn't involved. Kincaid is going to be involved all year round. Kincaid was drafted in the first round. Sorry, I'm referring to a comment that I saw, and I can't disrespect you like that, John Robert. I gotta pull up your comment. Kincaid wasn't involved because Kincaid didn't get in there too late. I'm okay with that. You don't want him getting hurt, do you? I don't, certainly. And they were probably evaluating Kincaid on other things. Because if you look back at the touchdown that James Cook scored today, take a look at who's on the field.
It's Cook again, trying to get to the outside at the 5, and Cook takes it in for a Buffalo touchdown. It's Cook again, trying to get to the outside at the 5, and Cook takes it in for a Buffalo touchdown.
They're evaluating something else. They want to see what Kincaid can do, you know what I'm saying, blocking and getting in there. But Justin Shorter, brother, I need to see a little more, brother. I need to see a little. I see, and I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it makes you say, what's going on? What's going on? You feel me? So I want to see a little more. I want to see a lot more from Justin Shorter. I want to see what he brings to the table because he's got raw talent. He's got raw talent. But when I see your peers jumping on there and I don't see your name, You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering. I'm wondering what's going on. You feel me? But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. There's a lot. There's a long season. There's a couple more games of preseason, and we're gonna find out what's going on. But the number two, you know what I mean? Everybody knows week 2 preseason is when you'll probably get a few more of the starters play, maybe a quarter, and then call it a day. And then week 3, you're just trying to figure out, you know what I mean, you're tying up loose ends. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that definitely has me saying, I need to see a little more, brother. I need to see a little more. So that being said, nonetheless, guys, I really thoroughly enjoyed what I saw in this game. I liked what I saw. The depth of the O-line. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this O-line is not as problematic as I thought it was gonna be. It's not as problematic as I thought it was gonna be. I like the depth that we have on this one. Listen, Ryan Bates leads the way with the depth. You got David Andrews. I know Tommy Doyle is there, but I'm not too up on Tommy Doyle. But nonetheless, the depth, the interior depth that we have on the squad, I like it. I like it. Rookie Broker looked pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Looked pretty damn good. I'm not gonna hold you. He looked good, man. Let me jump in on some excuse me while I do this, some super chats. And I don't want to disrespect y'all, but I see it. I'm gonna go back to it. My man Hayes McClendon. What's going on, Hayes? He says, yo, what's up, Rico? What do you think of Barkley and Mims? Mims, we didn't get enough of Mims, man. I need to see more, right? These undrafted rookies, you need to see more of them. But he did look good and explosive on his one play. It really looked nice. I liked what I saw from him. He had 7 carries for 23 yards, so I need a little bit more. But I like what I saw, man. I can't even hate. He had the nice reception for 2 for 30. And it's all about what you do with the ball afterwards. That nice hurdle he did at the end. I like it. More from him. I need to see more from him, right? But listen, what more do you want to see from him? Here are your running backs. Cook, Harris, Murray. Those are your 3. Done. Mims, practice squad, probably, if that, right? But he looked good, right? And that's what you want. That's what you want from depth players, from undrafted free agents. Take an opportunity and make the most of your opportunity. And that's what he did. So kudos to my man, Mims. I think his name is Jordan Mims, is it? Yeah, Jordan. Kudos to my man, Jordan Mims. Now, the quarterback position. Let me keep your question up, Hayes. Thank you for that super chat, by the way, Hayes. The quarterback position. Let me tell you something about that quarterback position, man. Are you surprised? You got a player that's not been on this team, that doesn't know the offense, that has looked behind, if you will, than Barkley. Barkley's been with the team. He knows this offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. This is what you expected out of Barkley. Do you trust either one of them to be the quarterback if something were to happen to Josh? No, absolutely not. However, Kyle Allen had some really good throws in that game. He made some good reads. You can't even hate. I liked what I saw from Kyle Allen, but at the same time, I'm not impressed. But if Barkley were to be the backup quarterback, so be it. So be it. I bet you he didn't intend to be. I think he tended to just be chilling as a 3rd string quarterback. One of the best jobs ever. 2nd string would be better, but 3rd string quarterback, even better on the practice squad. You get all the dividends. You get to be with the team. You get to rock the jokes, all that good stuff with minimal pressure because you chill it. But if he's going to be the backup quarterback, I trust it enough because he's been in the system. But it's expected for him to be ahead of Kyle Allen. I expect it. If Kyle Allen can come in and really establish himself and hold on to that 2nd string, kudos to him because he's got to learn something. I mean, he's had all offseason to learn it. I get it, but it's not going to be the same as Barkley. It won't be the same. So my thoughts on that is that kudos to Barkley. You're doing what we expect you to do. I mean, you are going up against the 3rd and 2nd string and 4th string, sometimes even no string. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you did what you're supposed to do, and that's what we want as the backup quarterback. Will they battle it out all the way through? Maybe. If Barkley continues to show us what he's got and Kyle Allen doesn't supplant him enough, then there's your backup quarterback in Matt Barkley. That's why these competitions are crucial. But I can't see it. I think it's going to be Kyle Allen at the end, but you just never know these days. You never know. Let me get another super chat in coming from a man, Maurice Anderson. What's up, Maurice? I appreciate that super chat. He says, yo, I watched him since college. Williams is a problem. He's talking about Dorian Williams out of what? Was it Tulane University? So yeah, man. Shout out to Dorian Williams, man. It won't take him long. It will not take Dorian Williams long to establish himself if he keeps playing the way he did in this last game. Buddy had what? 7 tackles? 7 tackles, 6 solo tackles by himself. He read everything properly. He was all over it. I was impressed with Dorian Williams. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Rev. Rev likes Dorian Williams. I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Bobby, because Bobby was like, don't sleep on Dorian Williams because he brings that thunder. He brings that thump. And why are we messing around and having him play weak side? And this is my problem with McDermott and his ways of doing things. Although I understand it, because guys have been waiting in the wings for their opportunity. You got to give them the opportunity. I get it. I'd be pissed off too if I was like I'm in my 4th year and I'm like, man, I want my opportunity. Tremaine Edmonds is gone. So this is my chance to step up. And you guys draft somebody else. At least give me the benefit of the doubt that I can do this and I got the job. I get that part. But I also get the business part. You got to be way better than my rookie 3rd rounder for me to not give you this opportunity. Because I'm going to tell you, man, when I'm watching McDermott speak and that linebacker position is brought up, I don't see the confidence in his voice when he's speaking on the linebacker position outside of Matt Milano. I don't hear the confidence. So, like, I'll give you an example. When Bernard goes down to injury, do you think coach is loving that? He's like, fuck. All right, Terrell, you're hurt. You gotta heal up. Tyrell, get in there. But I'm sure he wants to see more competition in these games. Now he's got to roll with Tyrell Dotson this whole way. And then by the time that Terrell Bernard gets back, it's like ready for week 1, 3rd preseason. You didn't really get a chance to evaluate him. So now you have to roll with Tyrell Dotson. Unless Dorian Williams can say, F all that. I want that spot. And you're going to have to force me not to take it. But that's not the way McDermott rolls. McDermott's like, wait your turn, young buck, which is so lame. If he's that much better and if he shows you that he can do it again against the freaking Steelers, it's a conversation worth having, a deep conversation worth having. And it's not over yet. It ain't over yet. So I appreciate that comment from my man, Maurice Anderson. You know I love you, man. Let me get to another super chat coming from my man, Kevin Schneider. What up, Schnei? Schnei said, yo, with a hard schedule this year, Rico, will this be the year that Allen shows the league that he should be MVP? Well, Allen is always going to be in MVP conversation. He's definitely going to have competition because Aaron Rodgers has got a loaded roster on his end. You got, obviously, Pat Mahomes is doing it. Herbert, you know what I'm saying, just added some pieces to the squad. So, Burrow is nice like that. So, in order for Josh Allen to gain that MVP, he's got to, knock it off with the turnovers. Because that's the big one. That's the one that kills Allen, because they say, yeah, he's great, but he's got, 13 turnovers or something like that, 14 interceptions. You can't have that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to take you out of conversation. Losing to teams you shouldn't be losing to is going to take you out of competition. So this MVP scenario is very much in play for Josh Allen. It's always going to be in play because he's a dual threat. Not only will he get you up in the air, but he will run your ass over. He'll truck you, or he'll hurdle your ass. He is a dangerous threat. He's a dangerous threat, and that's why he's a top 10 player in this game. So, yes, he's always going to be in that conversation for MVP. Can he get it this year? Of course he can. Of course he can. And if he gets MVP, that tells me the Bills are in great position, and I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I got a last super chat coming in from my man, Jason Miller. What's up, Jace? Jace says, yo, Mims had some good looks at returner. Who else do we have with Hines down? Darrington Evans. Darrington Evans is the next guy that we want to be looking at in terms of return ability. Darrington Evans, coming out of college, was a speed back, man. He went to the Titans, and he was supposed to be that change of pace back with big Derrick Henry. But Darrington Evans, don't sleep on Darrington Evans, man. That boy can run, man. Like, just alone, Darrington Evans had that one kick return for 42 yards, made a nice cut. He slow rolled it, boom, cut out, and away he goes. It's an art being a kick returner and punt returner. It's an art. Because you'd have to be able to look downfield. Nothing is short. Nothing is like up in front of you. You got to look downfield. You got to look for lanes that are there. And when you see that lane, you can't hesitate. You got to hit it. That's why sometimes you see these guys get blown up, like absolutely blown up. Because if you're paying attention to the front lines, you're never really going to get blown up because you're going to be curling and getting ready for the hit. But when you're looking beyond the first line where that lane is, you hit that, you're gone, untouched. But if you get caught, and sometimes these guys get blown up, you see get a decleater, is because he's not paying attention. He's looking at the lanes, right? Anyway, long story short, Darrington Evans is one that we should be paying attention to alongside Andy Isabella and alongside Deontay Hardy. Those are your three main return competitors that are trying to compete for that spot. Andy Isabella's got a little more on his play because right now, if he continues to show that he could be a fit on this offense, it'll be hard to, set him loose. They might want to keep him. It'll be tough, man. This is why you want to bring in as many guys as possible because they make the job hard. They make the job difficult for a coach to make a decision. If you came in thinking that this is what it's going to be, and I'm going to have receiver 6 like myself, I was saying, this is what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be obviously Diggs, Davis, Khalil Shakir, Sherfield, Deontay Harris, Deontay Hardy, and Justin Shorter. Call it a day. Not so much. Not so much. If Justin Shorter is going to continue to say and do nothing and just be quiet and not be a factor, not only in practice, but in the games, move over Justin Shorter. It's no different than what we did with Stevenson. I thought Stevenson was going to be a lock. And then he broke his foot. And then now I don't know where he's at right now. Is he on another team right now? Is he out of the league? I have no idea. It just didn't work out. But I thought he was going to be a staple on the team. Coming out of Houston, he's got so much speed. The man was called Speedy for crying out loud. But nope. Broken leg, and away we go. So here's the deal. Andy Isabella is definitely going to give you an opportunity to be a return man. So is Darrington Evans and obviously Deontay Hardy. That's the way I look at it. Shout out to my guy, Pierre the Kingpin. What's up, Pierre? Says, middle linebacker is a different beast. Dorian won't be playing as fast, knowing how much goes into playing that Mike spot. He played very well in that and seeing the ball and getting that ball roll. I think I read that completely wrong, but I'm hoping you guys catch what my man P Money's trying to say. And when I decipher what he's trying to say is he's not able to play as fast as he wants to, right? And when you're playing that Mike spot, you want to be able to play fast and not think and do what you do. So once he's able to play fast and not think and know where he's supposed to be, it's a wrap. We might have ourselves a gem in Dorian Williams. So let's see how that plays out. I'm looking very much forward to it. Now, I don't want to sit here and pump it up for my guy Andy Isabella like he's going to be the next coming, but he did look very good in his little time with the offense, and allegedly he was out there catching footballs from none other than Josh Allen. So if you catching footballs from Josh Allen and you getting ready, to be implemented potentially with the first team to see how that chemistry and how that continuity works with the two of you guys, something to pay attention to, something to very much pay attention to. So we'll see how that plays out. But I like Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield definitely going to do what he's got to do. Marcel Aitman did what he was supposed to do. Listen, the 3 depth piece receivers did what they were supposed to do. 2 of them getting touchdowns. And no Justin Shorter. So I need to see Justin Shorter get his act together, baby, because if you don't, these boys will bounce your ass out and they will feel no remorse doing it. None whatsoever. I'm going to tell you that right now. So let's keep it moving. Andy Isabella, I like what I was able to see from Andy Isabella. It looks good. And the defensive front looks fantastic. I'm all for it. Man. By the way, shout out to everybody tuning in right now. We got 300 people watching in this room. Smash that like while you guys are in here. If you have not subscribed, do me that favor, subscribe right now. And let's get this video to 50 comments. 50 comments. If you're at this point right now, Type in the comment section, Andy Isabella, ? Receiver 6, ? If you got to this point right now, type that into the comment section, and let's keep it rolling. All right. Next up on the docket, I gotta watch my time here. Next up on the docket here, folks, and I guess how do I transition into this one here? I want to try to find out how I can transition into. I mean, let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into it. When you're looking at this offense right now, and you're looking at this team all together, and you're looking at this team, and you're looking at this, is there something that the team is lacking? Is there something that stands out to you where you're like, I'm unsure of how I feel about X? What is it that stands out to you on this team? And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to deliberate, to talk it out, to let's see what's going on. But is there anything on this team that's like, man, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about coach doing this or them making this decision. What is it? And right now, for me, when I'm looking at this O-line, and I want this O-line to be solid all the way through. Solid all the way through. And if you're solid all the way through, Josh Allen has a massive year. Josh Allen has a massive year. And it seems as though we may have hit something with his O-line, with McGovern at left guard, Mitch Morse obviously holding it down. We got the rookie that's gonna get himself acclimated with this offense, with his peers, and then you got Spencer Brown. If everybody stays healthy and everybody does what they're supposed to do, this could be very good for this offense. This could be very good for our quarterback. But I'm gonna say this though. I get brought back to the linebacker position. And I'm not sure how I feel about our middle linebacker. At first, I was not ready to concede and say, yeah, I'm worried about it. Because I was like, we should be okay. We have a very strong defensive front. And if everybody's in their lanes, everybody's doing their assignments, a linebacker could just, you know what I mean? The gaps will be wide open for him, and you handle what you're supposed to handle. But I didn't come away confident in watching Tyrell Dodson. Not because he played terrible. Not at all because of that. Because you're limited on what you can do. But he didn't wow me. And now that's got me, I guess you could say, concerned. And if I'm concerned about the middle linebacker position, it tells me that maybe it's a bigger void than I anticipated. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to be able to say Tyrell Dodson should be able to fill in, and he will be just fine, because when he has filled in the past, he did okay. He wasn't a liability, but I don't want to judge it off of just these 13 to 15 snaps that he played. So I got to that's why these preseason games are great. So we're going to be diving in way more into Tyrell Dodson. I mean, I wish I don't know what programs these cats be using. You know what I'm saying? Rewinding. I need to get me one of those bad boys, right? I ain't no technical, like if you guys want, you know what I'm saying, dumbed down, easy ways to kind of break stuff down, bro, that I'm your guy. You feel me? I'll do that. But golly, man, I need to see more of this linebacker position and seeing what I'm missing. Because if Dawson ain't doing it for me, coach is probably looking at it the same way, saying, Terrell Bernard, you ready, bro? Or are you still out? All right. Oh, well, shit. Kim Betts is like, yo, come out and say it, big fella. Come out and say it, damn it. So, yeah, I'm gonna just have to get on it, man, ASAP. And I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about the clicker. I'm talking about the clicker, circle this and do this. I need to get one of them programs, but I'm gonna figure it out. And then we're gonna break some shit down. I'm gonna make that shit exclusive. You know what I'm saying? The Bing Squad, let's roll the tape. You feel me? We're gonna call the segment Roll the Tape. We'll see how that plays out. But anyway, let me bring it back. I need to see more from Tyrell Dodson before I say, yo, you whack and you terrible. I'm not there. I didn't like what I saw from him first game. I like what I saw from Dorian. And Dorian should have a lot of confidence. And that should make coach go. I want coach to be like, he's got to sit up in his seat a little bit. Now, I don't want you slouching saying it's all set. I need you to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be uncomfortable. And yes, my man P Money was I see what Pierre said. I need to see P Money say, oh, Rico wants to be on his Baldy. Yeah, I want to be like Baldy, man. I don't need anything fancy, but we're gonna get into it because there's some things that I see. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go back and watch this game, I don't know what it was, but Kincaid had a pancake, an accidental pancake, but he pancaked the linebacker really good. He kind of gave him a route and put him on his ass. I don't know if you guys remember what I saw. I saw that shit. But anyway, shout out to my man Ronald Wriggler. He says, yo, good seeing Sal. He says, off to bed you go, Sal. I mean, Ron, we'll catch you on the flip side. But altogether, what I do like from this squad is that we're strong on the front. We're strong on the back end with our safeties. Taylor Rapp brings such versatility to this defense, which is going to allow us to move things around. The one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is how he's going to implement all these guys on the same front. Having Dorian Williams, I want to see a package where you got Dorian Williams, Matt Milano, Taylor Rapp coming in, Teron Johnson somewhere in the mix. Like, I need to see how you're going to, you know what I'm saying, morph that and put something out there. And you know what I mean, that NASCAR, whatever you want to call that, that's a lot of speed on the field. I mean, that's a lot of ability to, you know what I'm saying, to stifle an offense. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And it is going to be fun. It's going to start off right up against the Pittsburgh Steelers this coming game, man. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, when I go back to this game that we just played, and I'm gonna hit this before I get out of here. I'm looking at the team stats, and you know me, I always got to look at the team stats and seeing what is being put out there and how are we dealing, right? So give me something here while I'm gonna just load this up. I'm gonna read my man Walter's comment here. What's up, Walter? What's going on, man? Walter says, yo, instead of focusing on what Dotson can't do, I'd rather focus on what he can. If he can at least improve us in stopping the run, that would still be a big deal. Edmonds lacked in that area. But like, we can focus on what he can do, and what he can do is bring that thump. And that he's a thumper linebacker. He's one of those. He ain't no coverage linebacker. He's more of a fill the gap and smash you. But here's the problem, though. What he can do was what I didn't see in this preseason game, and that's why I'm reluctant to really go all the way in, because 13, 15 snaps that he had, I don't know what it was exactly, but like it's not enough for me to say, nah, he ain't do it, because what his strength is, I didn't see. Because on 3 occasions, I saw a lineman pull up on him and kind of get him to the side and then just move him out of the way. He didn't put up a fight to bang and just kind of get on you. So that's my challenge. Walter, I mean, it's a good comment, Walter, for sure. But that's what I didn't see. That's why I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo on the man, because I want to see more. I know he's capable of doing that very thing. That's his strength, to really get up in there and smack you in the mouth. But I didn't see it. Now, that's why film is great, to go back and watch it, and maybe I can look at it differently. But that's why I need to get my ass in the film room and take a look again, right? But nonetheless, very solid comment. But at the same time, that's what I didn't see. We can focus on the good things that he does, but the good things that he does is what I didn't see. So then that becomes a problem. What's up, Barry? Barry Cumberbatch. What's up, my man? Barry comes in and says, Milano is our only consistent linebacker. We need to adjust that ASAP, or else teams will run all over us, starting with the Jets in week 1. Well, let me address that right quick. Before I do, let me get my man P Money. My man Pierre comes in and says, Dotson is not that guy, pal. Bernard, get them new legs, man. We need them legs fresh, Bernard, because my man P Money says Dotson is not that guy. And sometimes you just got to call it for what it is. If you feel it, that is just not the answer. Some people will feel that way. And I don't want to jump on that just yet, because I haven't watched enough, and I need to watch enough for me to know what's going on. But what I did see a good sample size of was of Dorian Williams. Am I being biased? Maybe. And I don't want to be. So I gotta refrain, and I can jump out there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if we don't get our act together, teams are gonna be running all over us. And if you look at what's going on in New England, and you see what's going on with the Jets, you know what I'm saying? They got a new pair of running backs. Zeke Elliott just joined the damn Patriots. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, don't sleep on the Patriots. We can't sleep on the Patriots. And most people might say, bro, you said that about the Jets, you said about the Dolphins. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the AFC East is probably the toughest division in football right now. It's probably the toughest football the toughest division in football right now. Am I lying? It used to be I can't say it used to be. AFC North is always going to be that division. They used to say it was the NFC West of a tough division with the Rams and the Niners and the Cardinals. And I beg to differ. The AFC East has become one of the best, if not the best division in football. And you're gonna Rico's acting scared again. It's not about acting scared. It's about showing respect. And listen, the Patriots last year finished. What was the record the Patriots finished with? I'm trying to think of what the didn't the Patriots finish like 9-8, 8-9 for a team that wasn't great last year. They finished with a decent record. Yeah, and people want to sleep on that, but yo, you can't. What did they finish? The Jets finished what? 8-9. They finished 8-9, and they improved this year, and they got themselves a better. You guys are saying I'm cap. It's not cap. I'm trying to be real with y'all, man. It's not cap. I'm just trying to keep it a buck. Is like you can't just sleep on them because they still have Belichick. That's a great offensive. That's a great defensive coach, and now they actually have an offensive coordinator that'll actually make these guys roll. And now you got you got Zeke and you got Ramondre Stevenson that are going to push each other. I'm just saying we just better get our act together, which brings it back to the linebacking position, which brings it back to the defense. We just better corral and do what we do, stay mindful, stay in our gaps, and do what we're supposed to do. I'm telling you, it could become a big problem. We let these guys start getting nasty with us and running all over us. Hey, we ain't gonna like that too much. So we just got to stay in our gaps, stay where we're supposed to be defensively, and we'll be all right. But now you go to the Jets with Dalvin Cook. The way that offense is already cooking with their Hall of Fame quarterback. Breece Hall could be, he's been removed off the PUP list. Yo, that's why it's important. And I can see why McDermott and Bean were like, yo, load up on that defensive front because they're coming for us. But I ain't worried. I'm not too worried. I feel good about what we have on the defensive squad, but we just can't sleep on these squads. Like we're just going to roll right through them. It's going to be a tough division. It's going to be a tough time. But you know what? Tough times build tough people. And I think that we would be just fine with who we got on this squad. So I'm looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, the Pittsburgh game. I don't want to touch too much on it. We're going to touch on that on Friday. And then the game is on Saturday evening. So we're going to rock out together and watch that game. And I'm going to try to get myself back in full form for the post-game show. But for nonetheless, if you guys are craving more information and what you're looking for and what you'd like this show to bring and the BF to bring, you know where to reach us. Drop it up. If you have any questions, concerns before I get out of here, drop that comment right this second so I can get on you and answer you. But for the most part, well, let me button this up together right now. Hold on, I got a hot take coming in from my man Pierre the Kingpin. He says, "Yo, hot take: Cook will have more yards than Cook." You're a fool. Yeah, that's a hot take, all right. You better watch out because Cook will outrun his brother. He will outrun his brother. It's gonna be intense, man. And Cook is gonna be the one saying, you know, I'm victorious at the end of the game. So shout out to Cook. He's gonna be doing it. But anyway, let me button this whole game up, and we'll get popping. We'll get going here. At the end of the day, here's the deal, folks. I like where the Bills are right now. Not too high, like everybody was on last year. Everybody's all over the Bills. They're championship bound and this, that, and the third. And not that the pressure wasn't on, it was. And we were answering the call until a few things happened. But I'm gonna tell you this: where we are right now, because they're talking about the former champs, the Chiefs, and they're talking about Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow returns and the new look Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Then they got, you know what I mean? You got the Dolphins and all the Jets. Yo, the Chargers. Watch out for Chargers. And yo, they're talking about all these other teams. And that's cool. Let them talk. We'll do what we got to do. Stack wins as we go. And then they'll be on our D again. And by that time, we'll be so hardened. We'll be so focused. We don't care what the noise is out there. We'll be ready to roll. We'll see. It's a Buffalo state of mind, man. That's what you got to be in. You got to be in a Buffalo state of mind, straight up. But that's my time, folks. That is my time. Smash that like before I get out of here. And if you guys have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We are back at it again on Friday evening, and we're going to preview the Jets. We're going to preview the Bills and the Steelers. We're going up against a good squad over there, man. Pickens to Pickets, right? George Pickens is doing big things over there. Pickett is gaining some trust from the old heads on the squad, and they're always gonna have a good run game out there. We're gonna have our hands full. Don't you love this game, man? NFL it's like there's nothing better than the NFL. There's no sport better than the NFL. The NFL is king. They are king for a reason, man. Like there's intrigue everywhere. It's craziness, man. And coach is gonna have to make some decisions because there's gonna be a lot of cuts coming very shortly to the Bills. And I feel bad for some players that are gonna be cut. There's gonna be some surprise cuts, and I will try to give you guys my roster prediction in the coming weeks. If you guys are playing fantasy football, get ready to get into your fantasy bag. I got one last question before I get out of here. I'm the commissioner of one of my leagues, and I don't want to do the whole, you know what I'm saying, like hit the button and all the draft order is set for you. It's boring. Any of you guys have done a cool like draft order activity or something that you kind of get going, so you kind of you interact with the guys? I'm trying to think of something that I can, you know, what I mean, do a fun draft order idea. If you guys have any fun draft order ideas, give it to me. If you guys don't have anything, I'm just gonna press the old button and just here's your order. But I'd like to do something kind of cool. But if you guys have any great ideas, you guys know where to do. Hit me up on my Twitter. Hit me up anywhere else on social media, and then we'll go from there. So that's it, folks. The Bills came away with a nice little victory against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have named their starter. Minshew is not the starter. It's going to be Richardson, AR-15, I believe his number is. Anyways, he's going to be the quarterback for the Colts. He's getting the start, as they should. I mean, I remember Pierre saying they should have never started Nate Peterman. They should have never started Nate Peterman, and they should have started Josh Allen right from the start. And some can say that would have been the best idea, and some might say, you know what? Sometimes you got to sit back and learn. Everybody learns differently. But Richardson is getting the start, and he's going to be damn good. He's going to be a damn good player, man. They build around that brother. He's going to be fine. But yeah, man, we're going to come back on it again Friday evening. Join me on Friday. And then we'll have a good old time. Maybe I'll bring the wifey back on. You guys seem to enjoy when she's on here talking her shit. So we'll get on there, folks. We're gonna get on there. And folks, don't forget, man, my man Pierre is gonna be ready to hit them shots. Get that Jose Cuervo. He's gonna be taking shots out of the bottle. Wait till week 1 starts. He's gonna have everything set up for y'all, and y'all can party with my man P Money. You know what I mean? That's how we do. So shout out to everybody tuned in. Smash that like before you get out of here. And you guys have yourself a pleasant evening. And folks, 1-0 preseason. We're 1-0 in the preseason. And we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. The Bills win 23-19. And we call it a day. So have yourself a fantastic evening, folks. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. And until next time, it's your boy Rico, it's the Buffalo Fanatics. And I'm gone. Let's go.